Jai Shri Krishna. Now we are beginning Chapter 5 of the Gita, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, the Yoga of Renunciation of Action. Most people think that renunciation means giving up action. Arjuna, under this wrong belief, asks a question with which this chapter begins. Through this, Lord Krishna will tell us the true meaning of renunciation, and also explain how Karma Yoga helps in reaching the state of renunciation. In the first verse, Arjuna asks, Lord, you said that renunciation is greater, but also said that I should try to practice Karma Yoga. Tell me clearly which of these is best. Which will be good for me? Explain this to me. In verses 2 to 6, Lord Krishna answers, both renunciation and Karma Yoga can bring liberation, but being more practical, Karma Yoga is the better path. First, recognize the true meaning of the word renunciate. Who is truly a constant renunciate, this hear from me. One who has no attachment or hatred, who has no desire within. Every moment of his life is filled with renunciation. Such a renunciate is free from all bondage. Peace comes to the one who brings these qualities within, but not to the one who merely changes his robes. To see Karma Yoga as separate from renunciation is ignorance. The wise know that both give the same fruit. If one faithfully follows even one of these two paths, he easily gains the fruits of both. Renunciation without karma. Yoga is difficult and painful, but Karma Yoga is like medicine that quickly leads to God. Dear devotees, thus Lord Krishna says that the true renunciate is one who is free from attachment, hatred, and desire. So when a Karma Yogi is also free from these, he too is a renunciate. Therefore, Lord Krishna declared both to have the same fruit. Now in verses 7 to 13, Lord Krishna describes the state of such a Karma Yogi. A Karma Yogi who has purified the emotions of the mind and who has gradually brought the senses under control. Who sees his own self in all and clearly hears the heartbeat of all within himself. He never becomes stuck in any action, nor is he lost in the attachment to results. While doing everything he knows within, I do nothing at all. While eating, drinking, or sleeping, he feels no doership. He knows that only the senses are engaged with their objects. One who lives detached, doing his duty, remains free just as the lotus remains untouched by water. The Karma Yogi does not act to gain something, he acts to purify himself. The detached yogi receives the grace of peace, while the one attached to fruits only gains bondage. One whose mind is filled with knowledge. His mind becomes free from all actions. He realizes, I truly do nothing, and recognizes the path of inner peace and liberation. Dear devotees, the Karma Yogi one day reaches the state where he feels that he himself does nothing. A question may arise, if the soul is not the doer, then who is? Is God the doer? Lord Krishna answers this in verses 14 to 15. God neither creates anyone's actions, nor does he fill anyone with the sense of doership. The modes of material nature alone compel the soul to act, as if forcing him into action. Because of ignorance, the soul identifies with the body, and by that ignorance he thinks himself the doer. The fruits of action also arise from the nature of matter, giving the soul happiness or sorrow according to his deeds. God has no share in anyone's sin or virtue. It is entirely the working of the modes of material nature. But when, due to ignorance, the soul falls into delusion, then begin attachment, doership, sin, virtue, and so on. Dear devotees, in this way Lord Krishna explained the relation between action, doership, fruits of action, nature, and ignorance. Now in verses 16 to 20, Lord Krishna describes the state of that perfect Karma Yogi who, walking the path of Karma Yoga, has attained true knowledge, who has destroyed ignorance with knowledge, who has spread inner light within, who sees his Lord within himself and hears sweet notes like the flute of Krishna, whose intellect has merged in God, whose soul has become completely filled with Lord Krishna, who keeps unshakable faith only in him, whose mind is fixed on union with him. Such wise souls have all sins washed away. They are forever united with their Lord. In this state they hear only my melody, and in everyone they see only my form. Whether a Brahmin, an elephant, a dog, or a cow, the wise see my form equally in all. Those who have attained this vision of equality have ended the suffering of birth and death while alive. Because they see Brahman in all, they themselves become one with Brahman, the impersonal form of the Lord. Such a person does not swell in joy, nor swing helplessly in sorrow. Because he has gained steadiness of mind, leaving delusion, fixing his mind in the Lord. Dear devotees, until now, Lord Krishna has described the perfected state of a Karma Yogi. Now our Lord explains by comparing sense pleasures with inner bliss. In verses 21 to 25, Lord Krishna says, "One who has given up attachment to external pleasures has found the key to inner joy." He who sees Lord Krishna in all experiences imperishable happiness within. But sense pleasures in the end only bring sorrow. By repeated enjoyment they turn into suffering. Though sense pleasures may attract worldly people, the wise do not find real joy in them. Because these pleasures have a beginning and an end, but inner bliss is eternal. One who controls the urges of desire and anger is fit to attain true happiness. One who finds supreme joy within himself and remains absorbed within. One whose inner being is filled with divine light is destined to attain liberation. Those whose sins have been destroyed, whose hearts are free from doubts, whose minds shine with self-control, and who are devoted to the welfare of all. They one day attain the Lord and are freed from all bondage. Those who are beyond desire and anger, whose minds remain controlled, who remain absorbed within, are already moving in liberation. Dear devotees, liberation is not a state only after death. It is an ocean of bliss attainable while living. When knowledge descends in one's life, every moment is filled with the divine joy and liberation of the Lord. All external joys and sorrows become small. This is the state of the liberated soul while living, described by Lord Krishna in simple words. Another way to experience this inner joy is meditation. Now in verses 27 and 28, Lord Krishna points towards this process of meditation. The seeker who leaves outer objects, fixes his gaze between the eyebrows, balances the flow of breath through the nose, and controls his senses, intellect, and mind. Who has made liberation his goal, who has destroyed desire, fear, and anger. He frees himself from all bondage and surely attains liberation. Dear devotees, Lord Krishna will explain the subject of meditation in more detail in the next chapter. Now in the final verse, verse 29, Lord Krishna tells a sweet and devotional path of attaining supreme joy and peace by connecting with him, one who knows that I am the enjoyer of all sacred offerings and austerities, who recognizes me as the Supreme Lord of the universe, who accepts me as the friend and well-wisher of all, and recognizes his personal relationship with me. Such a person attains supreme peace. He finds intimacy with me and comes to me. Dear devotees, how beautiful is this teaching! Think, if we know that all our selfless actions, sacred offerings, and austerities are offerings to the Lord, done only for his joy, then how easily and joyfully we can perform them. And if we accept that the Lord is always with us like our dearest friend, then there remains no place for conflict. Then we will taste the nectar of devotion and supreme peace. Surely this is the most simple and sweetest path to attain that supreme peace. So do not see your duties as a burden, but offer them with love, devotion, and faith like flowers at the lotus feet of the Lord. This is the essence of this chapter. We will meet again with another chapter of the Gita. Until then, Jai Shri Krishna.